The Foolish Donkey. A long time ago, there lived a merchant with his wife in a village. He used to sell salt in the neighboring places to make his livelihood. He had a donkey for this purpose. It used to carry the bags of salt on his back and travel along with the merchant. The donkey was lazy. It always hated the same routine and boring work. It used to think that the merchant is making use of him, but never gifted him nor appreciated him. But it was not right. The merchant always cared for it. One day, both the merchant and the donkey were set on their routine travel. They were walking to the neighboring village to sell the salt. The donkey has bags of salt on its back. It thought, another day begun. Both of them were slowly walking. Then they came across a small river that has a very narrow bridge. The merchant was taking the donkey carefully. However, the donkey slipped into the river and all the bags of salt were wet by the river water. The merchant grabbed the donkey out of the river swiftly. But because of coming in contact with water, all the salt got dissolved. Thus, the bags on the back of the donkey were emptied. When it raced again, the donkey found that the bags were as light as air. It could not understand what just happened. On giving a little thought, it understood that it was water that made the bag light. It jumped with joy silently. However, the merchant was sad as he lost all his salt. He, along with the donkey, then returned home with disappointment. The next day, again the merchant and the donkey set out for selling the salt. They were traveling to the same village as they were yesterday again. Thus, they came across the bridge today also. The donkey got a bright idea. It wanted to get rid of the burden on its back. So, it pretended to be giddy and fell into the river. The merchant was surprised. Immediately, he pulled the donkey out of the river. Today, also he lost all the salt due to the donkey falling into the water. With nothing else to do, he returned home. That night, he discussed the issue with his wife. They both thought about it and came to an understanding that the donkey must have been doing this wantedly. They wanted to teach him a lesson. The next day, the merchant loaded the donkey with bags of cotton. As soon as the bags were tied up to its back, the donkey felt them very light. It thought, wow, what a surprise! The bags are light even without me falling into water. Now, imagine if I fall into water. They must just vanish. Thinking so, it walked alone with the merchant happily. Soon, they reached the bridge again. Without wasting any time, the donkey fell into the river purposely. The merchant pulled it carefully up the bridge. But guess what? The bags on the donkey's back are weighing like never before. The donkey was astonished. It could not understand why the bags on its back were weighing like a mountain. It had nothing to do but shut its mouth, bear the weight, and walk silently along with the merchant. With this incident, the foolish donkey got its lesson. It never did such foolish acts once again and listened to its master with care. The Foolish Donkey.